All right, welcome to a very random podcast, but something that I plan on starting to do more of. And I
Mhm.
have a special guest with us today. I have BECCA here with us, and
Hello.
we're gonna be talking about baby metal, and more specifically, probably a little bit more on the Moa front because she has an amazing page that's all about Moa, and I really appreciate this because, as you all know, Moa is my favorite, and Becca's it's also Becca's favorite also.
Yes,
So
very true.
maybe this will turn into a Moa podcast.
Oh, I would love
Imagine.
that. Oh my gosh. I'd be so down.
All right, so let's go ahead and talk about how this all started. Just start from the very beginning. Your whole journey with discovering baby metal and how Moa became your favorite. I'm very curious in that when you got into them, all that good stuff.
Yeah. Okay. So, actually, because it is November now, it's past the 11-year mark that Doki Doki Morning came out, which means it's been 11 years since I found them, because I found them just a couple weeks after. So, like this month is the 11-year anniversary for me being with
11
them.
years.
Yeah.
Wow.
And I
I
was 11 years old at the time as well. So
Oh
that's,
wow.
I guess, the coincidence. Yeah.
So you discovered them young. How did that happen? How did you find
Oh,
them at 11?
well, like, I wasn't very much like an online kid, but I watched a lot of like TV. And my
Mhm.
sister was really into like kind of cute Japanese things at that time. And so I kind of just copied my sister all the time. And so she would watch like anime and like stuff like that, right?
All right.
And from there I started listening to like Japanese music, like Kyary Pamyu Pamyu.
Mhm.
And Kyary Pamyu Pamyu, I was actually, I don't remember specifically which video I was watching, but I was watching that video, and in the recommended was Baby Metal's video. And
Okay.
that's how I found them there. And I just remember, because you know the Doki Doki Morning music video is fucking
Yeah.
whack. Like,
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know
it's
what.
so weird.
Yeah, and something possessed us to cover it and reenact the whole music video. I don't know why we did that, but yeah.
Yeah, yeah, right? So, like, I remember seeing it and being like, what is this? This is very interesting. And, obviously at that time, they didn't have any other music
Hmm.
because that was their debut. And I didn't really know about Sakuga or anything like that during that time. So I think they kind of fell off. Like I heard that. That's when I found out who they were, and I was like, oh,
Mm.
this is cool. But they didn't have anything else. And then
Yeah, because that
a
didn't
couple
really blow
years,
them up.
no, no. I think a couple years later, when Gimme Chocolate came out, and there's the music video where it's like the live concert music video. That was kind of the start for me, where I was like, oh, okay, I really like this. So I knew who they were. But it was only like a year or two later where I was like, oh, that's what this is. Okay.
Mm.
So that was
Gotcha.
really cool. And then from there, obviously when you get really into bands, you kind of want to learn more about them. So I kind of Googled them and I was like, oh, they're from this other group. That's what they're up to. What is this? And
Hmm.
so I looked into that and I was like, oh, this is really cool. They've been doing like kind of music for a long time and they're all in this group together. And actually, I'm pretty sure Yui and Moa auditioned for Sakura Gakuin together.
Okay.
Their like dance video of them is together and it's like really cute.
Wait,
And
where? I've
so,
never
yeah.
seen this dance video.
Really, I'm pretty
No.
sure like if you just like go on YouTube and search like uh, what is it? Moa and Sakuragaki and Moa and Yui.
Hmm.
It's like one of the first ones that comes up. They auditioned together,
Oh
which
wow.
I was
Okay.
like, that's so cute. Like they've been doing this since they were like 7 or something. I don't know. They were really, really young when they
Yeah.
were in Sakuragaki. And so got into that. And actually, I think the first baby metal song that I learned like the lyrics to all the way through was Akatsuki.
Hmm.
And I didn't actually speak Japanese at that time, but I was listening to the song over and over and over again to the point where I knew the lyrics without even looking them up, just because I was listening to it so much.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and then I did a cover of that song, and it had like 230,000 views or something at the time because nobody knew who they were, right? So like the fan base was really small,
Yeah.
and so like when you do stuff like that, it's like everyone's like, oh, what is this? This is like yeah, and it got taken down. My entire YouTube at the time got taken down due to copyright.
Oh really? So they went
So yeah,
after
that
you.
video is gone forever.
So you couldn't like salvage it at all, huh? It just.
No, because at that time I was like I didn't know how to do all my stuff. I didn't save any
Oh.
videos that I would just like have them, right? And
Oh
then
no.
yeah, when it got taken down, I was devastated. It was very sad, but I know I still have that memory of like everyone being like, "Oh my God, this is so cool," you know. So
Mm.
there's that. That was nice. And I think from that song, that's when I started to be like, "What are these lyrics? What do they mean? Like, what is this language?" So I got really interested in learning Japanese from
So
Baby
you didn't
Metal
even
as
know the
well.
language either. You were like
Not
weren't
at
really sure.
all. No.
Wow, that's
Not at
crazy.
all, no. So I also like accredit my Japanese like learning story start from Baby Metal as well, which is
Mhm.
crazy because it's gotten me to the point where I'm moving to Japan in the
Yeah.
next year. So that's also something I guess that's really important to me.
It's interesting you mentioned that because my wife, she learned English, you know, because of like songs and things like that and watched TV shows. So it's
Yeah,
awesome that you learn Japanese the same kind of way. And I think that's like the
yeah,
best way to learn something like that. Oh,
yeah. Especially when you have like an interest in something specific and you're like really passionate about it. And then it can bloom into something even cooler. Like for example, me moving and like speaking Japanese conversationally pretty well nowadays. So,
mm.
and I started by myself. Like I was completely alone. Nobody in my hometown was from Japan, or we spoke Japanese. Like I was very much on my own for a long time, just like watching YouTube videos, being like, how to say this in Japanese.
That's so cool that you did that. This is something I always argue with my friend Eric, who's on the channel. I was like, how'd you
Yeah,
not learn Japanese after like watching so much anime since you were a kid? Like, because for me, I would be very annoyed at some point, going, I'm sick of reading. I just want to understand what they're saying. You know, I let me dive in on this, and you did that, which is awesome.
yeah. And so like even now, like obviously music and conversation are totally different when it comes to languages, right? So like the things that people say, especially in Japanese, like the things that they sing are not how you say them in conversation. And so
True.
even now, like I can speak Japanese, but sometimes some lyrics I'm like, what are they saying still, even now? Which kind of sucks, but it's whatever.
Yeah, I always think of like song helps you with pronunciation. You know.
Definitely, for sure. Because if you're listening to it over and over again, it's kind of that repetitiveness of being like, okay, this is what it's supposed to sound like as
Yeah.
well, for sure.
Unless they're warping the words on you, then you're like Maximum the Hormone. Maximum the Hormone. Apparently, people from Japan can't understand them. So, I guess not with that band. Don't listen to Maximum Hormone if you're trying to learn Japanese. Don't do
That's very fair.
that.
Okay. What else was I gonna talk about? Okay, yeah. So like I said, I had song covers. So I did a few. I think I still have one uploaded right now. It's oh gosh, it's like No Rain, No Rainbow. It's
Oh,
from when
that's
I was like
awesome.
15. I really like that one. Although I want to redo a lot of my covers just because like I was a child, I didn't know how to edit. My voice is like completely raw, like unedited in these videos, and it sounds terrible.
I definitely want to work on covers with you. Let's do it. I know we've
Yes,
already been talking
we
about
have to
it.
finish BMC. I want to do that so badly.
Yeah, we'll do BMC. We're just trying to figure out the mic situation, guys, and then we'll get that figured out and then go from there.
Yeah,
But I think I got some
yeah.
solutions. We're gonna get to it.
I did a few like dance covers as well, like Give Me Chocolate, you know that one's iconic. Doki Doki Morning, and then Ine, like
Yeah.
Ine. I really love that one. I have like this recording of me in my bedroom from when I was like 14, and it's like the quality is really shit, and it's from a terrible angle, and I look so awkward. And half the dance I didn't even know properly. I just made up some of it because I was like, okay, I know most of this.
Yeah.
So there's that. I really enjoyed doing those things, and yeah, I'm happy that it's still a part of my life for sure.
Yeah, and you just recently, met up with a lot more Baby Metal fans at these last shows, right? Yeah.
Yes, actually, I wanted to talk about that as well. I totally forgot. So like obviously, like I said, like nobody from my city spoke Japanese. They didn't listen to Japanese music. That was not cool. That was seen as weird, especially like 10 years ago, 15 years ago,
Hmm.
right? When I was a lot younger. And so I turned to like online, like looking for people online who also like them. And so at that time, I think I was around 12 or 13 when I was looking online. The app called Kick was very, very popular at that time.
It
Obviously,
sounds familiar, but I don't remember what that is. Kick.
it was just a messaging app. So it was like KIK. And obviously it turns into like a lot of like unfortunately like predatory things because like old
Uh,
men online talking to young girls, right? But like
yep.
I was lucky I didn't have to like deal with any of that because at that time like nobody was using it. But what you could do is you could go into like the little search area and search like a hashtag and
Hmm.
find like group chats. And so I just like baby metal, put it in the search, and then I joined like 15 groups.
Wow.
And yeah, just like the thing was during that time I didn't have any friends who liked them, but also like even though I was in like 15 different groups, I still didn't really talk to anybody in there.
You're just like kind of
Yeah.
what do they call that? I can't even remember. Lurking.
I know what
There
you're
you
trying
go.
to say, but I
Lurking.
don't.
Yeah, they're just
Yeah, yeah,
lurking.
yeah. I was
I drew
for
a blank
sure.
there.
But eventually, there was one group, and I can't remember it because it changed names a few times. That ended
Hmm.
up being Baby Metal Family or Baby Family, Baby
Yeah.
Fam, like that. And that in that group was Chantel, who you met
Yeah.
last month when we did our little thing. Um, and so I met her, and then there was a bunch of other people. I feel like 5 or 6 other people that were in there that we still talk to this day. Like even now, so
Yeah.
like almost 10 years, 9 years later.
Yeah.
Um, and Chantel's actually met quite a few of them. I feel like 3 or 4 of them were in that group, which is just insane to me. I'm like, dang.
You just
But
met Chantel, right? This year.
yeah, that was the first time we met up. This because like money. We were supposed to meet in 2020, but during that time she had like just personal stuff going on and she wasn't able to see me because I was in Toronto for a little bit and it just never happened. And I was devastated, but I understood because like, she couldn't help it.
Yeah.
And so like this meeting I think was a little bit more special because of that because like we were also going to see Baby Metal together. It's like the thing that made us become friends in the
Hmm.
first place. And then also it was my first time seeing them live as well, which was like biggest goal of mine, like top of the list, like wish list
Yeah.
before I die, like checked off. So that was really, 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 really cool.
See, I was fearing so much that I would never see them live because when I got
Yeah, because
into
like oh God, what was it? It was like a year or 2 years ago. They have that video on YouTube where they're climbing up the stairs. I was like, they're disbanded. It's done forever. Goodbye. Right? Like that was how I felt. Like you're done.
yeah,
But then they came back. So
I mean, I got into him in 2020, so it's only a few years, and you've been
yeah.
listening to him for way longer. And when I found out like Yui was gone, and this is like unraveling, discovering the whole group, and then I'm like,
Yeah.
oh well, that's sad. But then they're like, oh, they're still going, and I'm like, oh okay. So I wasn't sure if
Yeah.
they were ever gonna do a live show again because I was like, I don't know if they're coming back because it's a pandemic, and I wasn't sure
Yeah.
if that was gonna happen or not. And they did. They came back, and I ended up being able to see them, which is wild. So the first show for me
Yeah.
was in Austria, and it was really cool because we did a live podcast with everybody that was out there, and that's what I want to kind of keep doing. Like go to live shows, meet up with fans, have a few of us like speaking
Yeah.
about it. It'd be cool.
It's always so fun to like meet people with similar interests to you,
Hmm.
especially when like you've gone so long without having that. Because like I said, like nobody here knows who they are. They don't really care. And so having like, especially this year when I went to Toronto and I met all these people. Before I went there, I didn't know any of them. I only knew Chantel, and
Hmm.
she knew Kobe and Jazz and Hawk and like everybody, Liffy, like that and Nick, like everyone that was there.
Yeah.
Um, she knew everyone, but I didn't. And so like going there, I was terrified. I was like, I don't know these people. I have absolutely no idea like how this is gonna go. Is it gonna be awkward? But literally they are like the nicest people I've ever met.
And you all met in Canada,
Honestly,
right?
yeah.
Yeah. So you
At
did what
the
I
Toronto
did. You
show.
went
Yeah.
to a show outside the country and met met a bunch of people, right? Wait, are you from Canada or from the
I'm
U.S.?
I'm Canadian. I'm
Okay, you're
Canadian.
from Canada. Okay, never mind.
Yeah.
So it
So,
wasn't
but like,
outside
but
the
I
country.
traveled pretty far
Yeah,
though.
yeah.
So,
It felt like it. It felt like it.
yeah, because we were debating on doing the New York show or doing the Toronto show just because I knew that Chantel wanted to go to more than one. And I was like,
Mm,
okay, well, I could go to New York because it's pretty close to Toronto, but the flights for that were insane for some reason. It was like
yeah.
triple the price. And I was like, it's right next to each other. Why is it so expensive?
You know what? I was
Yeah.
just thinking about it. I'm going to Canada in at the end of December, and I'm pretty sure it's in on your side because it's above Washington. I can't remember the name of the main city. My friend Vicky, who did
Vancouver?
is it? I don't know. I'm gonna have to
Oh
ask
no,
her.
no wait, Vicky Edmonton?
Edmonton, there you go. That's where I'm going. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I'm in Calgary. It's like a couple hours south of that.
Hey, that's not that far. We could easily do a mic'd up podcast there.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's true. Probably.
yeah. I just
Mm.
realized that I know so many people in Canada. I always feel like I've been meeting more people there more than anywhere. Like when it comes to this music, it's wild.
There's more of us than people usually think there are.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
um. Anyway, so how? All right.
Mhm.
So back to your story where you started. So you discovered when you're younger. You end up learning Japanese because of Baby Metal, pretty much, and you kept that
Mhm.
going. What happens after this?
So obviously there's like I'm still interested in Sakura Gakyu, and then during that time I think it was 2014 or 2015, Yui and Moa graduated from there. And so they were focusing on Baby Metal full time after graduating from Sakura Gakuen. And so it kind of was like getting bigger and like more important to me. And then Yui was on hiatus for like a couple months
Mm-hmm.
before it was like 6 months. It was long. It was long before she has actually like decided that she was done. And I was devastated. Like she
Yeah.
wasn't even my favorite member. Like I love them all equally, but you know
Yeah.
Moa. We love Moa. But like I was so devastated. I'm pretty sure I stopped for like a week straight because at that moment I had already loved them for so long, and I was like, if I did see them in the future, because I hadn't up until that point, I was like, it's not gonna be the same because she's
Yeah.
gone. It was very upsetting for me because that was like the one thing I wanted to do,
That's
see them
way more
live in
devastating for
concert.
you since you discovered them
Yeah.
at 11, when they first came out. Yeah, I can see
Mhm.
how that would be a lot bigger for you. Unlike like Eric and I from the channel, like we just discovered them. So I mean, you know, it
It's
does
like you
suck,
didn't have
but
that bond with her beforehand. So
exactly.
you're kind of you're like, oh, you can look back at old videos and be like, oh, she was so cute. We love you. But it's
Yeah.
kind of like I never expected it. I knew she was on hiatus, and I was like, oh, she'll come back, and
Did
then
they
she didn't,
announce
and it
that?
was just like, oh yeah.
Well, where were you when they announced the hiatus?
So I think what had happened was she didn't specifically announce a hiatus at the time. What happened was there was a few concerts where she just wasn't there, and everyone was kind of speculating, like, "Oh, what's happening?" And
Oh,
she had quite a lot of like not incidents, but she like fallen off the stage at one point. That happened,
I remember that. Yeah.
and yeah, and I think it was not around that time. Might have been a bit after because it was after Karate, which is Metal Resistance. I don't remember which album that is. I'm pretty sure it's Metal Resistance. Karate,
Hmm.
Karate, and then she like went away for a bit, and you could just like you could see in photos she looked tired, and that was
Mm.
something that I noticed was like, oh, she just looked really exhausted compared to the other two. She had a fall, and then she went away for a couple shows, and then I was like, what's going on? And then I think they said like she's just doing a little hiatus, um, just to feel better. And we're like, oh, okay. And then I don't remember the exact day that
See,
wait, it might have been like August or something where
see,
she was like, I'm done.
hearing hearing you explain this, I kind of
Mhm.
wonder if she took the 2 months off just to rejuvenate and see if it's still something she wants to do. She took that time
Mm,
to like kind of rest, and then she decided, you know what, this is just not for me anymore.
yeah, I can see that being a factor because like if you watch their concerts from back then, there's so much fucking running around and the music is heavy, and I can't imagine like how tiring and exhausting that is on somebody's body
Yeah.
to be doing that, right? And I think what she had said in her departure letter was basically like she was trying to recover and feel better. And then when she did feel better, she realized that like it wasn't
Yeah.
like she didn't feel good enough to
Yeah.
like health wise. She was like, okay, this is still not great for me. And she had also mentioned like, oh, I want to be a solo singer, and then she just disappeared. So I think that was kind of not an excuse, but I think she probably just wanted to like live her life a little bit
Yeah.
because being famous from like 7 years old. It's like you don't get to have a life.
Yeah. I
And
like
so I don't fault her for that. Like I totally
yeah.
understand where she came from.
I
So
enjoy messing with the fan base and saying that they're gonna bring Yui back as the villain band in the Metalverse. That's my theory, and I'm sticking to it.
that'd be pretty cute though. No, I can
That'd
see
be
that
amazing.
happening.
They would make
'Cause-
so much money too. Like they don't understand. Like that would be a gold mine.
oh yeah. I think she is. I don't know if Google's just not updated enough, but it says she's still under the same company, Amuse.
Oh wow.
Yeah, but I think it's probably just never been updated because like she never updated her situation since 2018, so everyone's just kind of left in the dark. But it's also like I'm kind of happy for her that she was able to make that choice, and everyone still loves her. Because
Yeah.
like it's like when people leave, there can be that kind of like backlash from people being like, "Well, you're being selfish. Like, why are you leaving?" Stuff
Ugh,
like that. But no,
that's so annoying.
everyone still loves her so much, and that's good to see, I guess.
Yeah, that's good. She's just living her life. Probably. I hope she's living her life. It is like one of those like curious things. Like
Mhm.
you don't hear anything, not even spottings of her. But then again,
Yeah, no.
she lives in a country that takes her privacy serious. So I'm sure anybody
Yeah.
that has ran into her probably don't even bother her. You
Yeah,
know.
and like she's probably like I said, it's been God, what, 5 years? 2018 was her departure. They hadn't seen her for like 6 months before that. She's probably changed a lot physically. She's grown up.
That's true.
So people probably might not even recognize her anymore.
Yeah.
Like there could be that as
I
well.
don't think she's walking around in pigtails and stuff.
Just in the middle of Tokyo. That'd be cute. And then, oh gosh, so like after that time, obviously they had brought in like some girls to kind of make it a trio again,
Mhm.
like kind of what's the word? Not extras, but like they were
The
kind of like
Avengers.
extras. Of it.
Yeah. Is
Yeah,
what
I
they
guess
call
that's
them, I
the word.
guess. Yeah, that's what everybody
Yeah.
calls it. I don't. The fans came up with that, right? That wasn't. I mean,
I have no idea. I don't know much about that side of anything. I just remember being so annoyed when they did it because I think it was like 2 months after she had announced that she was gone that they just brought in this other girl and I was like, no way. Like what the fuck is this?
yeah.
And I
Oh,
made like I made a whole YouTube video talking about how I was like, that's not fair. I was like, I understand what they're trying to do. Like it's awkward being two people because when you watch the stages and that's just the two of them, there is an imbalance. It makes sense. I understand, but like she was there for like 6 or 7 years beforehand.
yeah.
Who the fuck is this? Like that
Oh,
was my
so
genuine reaction.
that's right. So they brought one person first, right? And then they
It was
had like the
Saya
Avenger
Saya
group.
Metal, I think was her
Okay.
name. Yeah, it was different girl. They kind of filtered through a few of them just because they were trying to see what fit best, and it makes sense. Like I said, they're a big company and they want to make money.
Yeah.
I at one point was like, oh, I wish they would have just broken up when you left. And I'm very glad they didn't because obviously it gave me the opportunity to see them in the future. But at that time, I was just so annoyed. I was like, she's gone. There's a new person in here. And then what was it? Metal Galaxy came out and their sound was just completely different. And I was like,
Yeah.
what is going on? I was so confused. Like everything had changed. And then also there was the passing of their guitarist as well,
Yeah.
not long after, which
Yeah.
was just
Mikio.
like, holy shit. I cannot
Mm.
imagine what Mo and Stu were going through because like they're the ones who've been there the entire time.
Yeah.
Right? They probably changed management, they probably changed like crews. How many band members are different, like depending on which country they're touring in, which I did not know. And so like
Yeah.
they're the only ones that have been there 100% of the time. And so I can't imagine how stressful that must be to lose two members of your band
Yeah.
and then still being pushed to perform. It's like, oh,
Yeah.
that
This is
must have
probably
been
good
really
that
hard.
the hiatus came when it did, during like the whole pandemic stuff. And
Yeah.
I was wondering, yeah, if they were going to have a third member and they ended up doing it. So, and the fans liked it, fortunately. That's really shocking.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, still shocking. There is some people that don't like it, of course. But let me
Right.
know in the
I
comments
think
if
I'm
you're one
on
of
the
those people.
fence. Like I like Momo and I'm like proud of her for
Hmm.
like stepping up and doing it because it's not an easy thing to do, right? And to become an official member after somebody who was beloved left, it's like there's gonna be people that are like, no, fuck you, I hate you, I don't like this,
Yeah.
and there's gonna be people that don't support her. For me, I'm like, it's different because I knew what it was like before, and
Yeah.
so it's still hard to just accept it fully. But I do love her. I'm
Yeah.
like I do support her, and I'm like, you know what, good for you, girl. But right now, for me, Baby Metal is still very much Moa and Sue in my heart. I know
Yeah.
that's hard to say, but
Yeah. No, I feel you because you grew up with them. It's a whole different thing.
yeah.
And it's interesting because with Moa-Metal, they're implementing her right away. They put her in a
Hmm.
song. So I wonder how many other songs they're like already including her in. And then now
Mm.
they're gonna have this next show with her. What do they title it? MM. Oh my god, I forgot the name of the new
Is it
show.
not MM? It's MM something. What the one in Japan, right?
Yeah, yeah, and that's
Yeah.
people are saying like that's on her birthday, right? For Momo Banger is what people are assuming
Oh.
might happen during that festival,
See,
which
I don't know anything.
it's crazy that they're implementing that already. It's pretty fast. So they're trying to
Mm.
like steamroll over like the past Bay Metal. They're like ready to move forward
Mm.
100% because
It has been 5 years, so I can understand that.
yeah, they're just like, oh, let's do this. We're just gonna go with it. Well, they got a lot of new fans too. They've got a lot of new fans
Yeah.
because of the little Uzi Vert collab, and then I'm sure they got something with
Bring Me the Horizon
Bring Me
and
the
all that.
Horizon. So it's the perfect timing to do this. They're gonna get a whole new generation of fans. And
Yeah.
let me know in the comments if you're a newer fan, if you just discovered Baby Metal recently, or if you discovered them in the past. So, because you and
That's
I
a
are
good
two
question.
completely different spectrums. I feel like
Yeah,
I
right.
came in the middle of it. I came,
Mm.
I came before they got Momo-Metal. I don't know how I feel about the whole thing
Mm.
at all.
See, like the interesting thing is like looking back at pictures from like when Momo was first an Avenger before she was a member. I didn't realize how long ago it was. It was 2020. She
Yeah,
was doing that since 2020. It's been 3 years, and
yeah,
I had no idea. I was looking back at old photos, and I was like, wait a minute, that's Momo.
yeah,
I had
yep,
no, I was like, oh, this is from 2020.
yeah.
I had no idea, and
She
so
was a
it's
fan
kind of like,
favorite. She was a fan favorite
mm,
amongst fans. So I'm glad that they
mm,
listened to the fans and actually put a fan favorite because they could have messed that up too and not have put a fan favorite.
yeah, yeah,
I
true.
think it would have went a
Like she
lot
was
worse.
also during her like Avenger time, she was also doing like K-pop auditions in Korea. Like she
Oh,
was on a
really?
TV show in Korea as well at the same time, and I was like, what if she had like passed those auditions? Like she wouldn't be in Baby Metal, she'd be in a K-pop group. So there's
Oh,
also that,
wow.
right?
That would have been
Yeah,
crazy. What would you have
yeah.
chosen though at that point? Let's say you got two of those offers at the same time. Would you choose being in Baby Metal or a K-pop group?
I think right now K-pop is extremely competitive, and like so many groups are like exactly the same. And also like if you fail hard and you lose all your fucking money. I think Baby Metal is pretty solid. It's a solid choice in my opinion.
Yeah, I
I don't
agree. It's
know.
probably have some longevity going on with it because I don't think they're trying to switch things up too much. They're trying not to rock the boat.
No. And there's no other band out there like them. Like I said, a lot of K-pop groups these days are very similar, and it's like at least if you go with Baby Metal, it's most likely that you're not gonna fail.
Yeah, that's true. There's
So
not like a standout K-pop group. I mean, I don't listen to K-pop, so I guess it doesn't really.
there's few, but they're like the ones that I really like are getting kind of old because there's so many new groups that are debuting recently that it's like the ones that were like big groups are not really big groups anymore because they're like
What were those?
7, 8 years old.
What are those big groups you're referring to?
Oh, I love Twice. And like
Okay.
Girls' Generation is from like the early 2000s. Like nobody listens to Girls'
Okay.
Generation anymore, right? So
Gotcha.
it's kind of like there's so many, especially girl groups that are debuting right now, and it's like there's too many of them for them all to like succeed. I
Yeah.
know that's gonna sound horrible, but it's very true.
Well, no, I mean
So
it's gonna be the cream of the crop, so always gonna, stand out the most. I've heard of
definitely, and
Twice actually.
which one, sorry?
I've heard of Twice, not the other group.
Twice, yeah.
But yeah.
Twice is great. I love Twice.
I think we've done a reaction to a couple of their songs, if I'm not mistaken. But
Yeah,
anyways,
but like I said, they're getting old, so like
yeah.
people are not listening to them as much as they used to. Kind of shitty.
Yeah. So
Mm.
back to the story of Baby Metal, right? All right, you went through all that and then you have the change up with the lineup. What happens after that with the group
Um,
for you?
so God, yeah, Metal Galaxy comes out in 2019, which is right before COVID.
Hmm.
And like I did like a lot of the songs on that album. Like I like Da Da Dance, that one's cute. Shanty Shanty's cute. But it was
Shanti Shanti,
definitely
one of my
like
favorites. Yeah.
it's so good.
Yeah.
But it was just like it sounds really different. I see they're
Hmm.
trying to go in different directions, seeing what works. And it makes me like kind of feel bad for them because like it seemed like they were a little bit lost during that time. Also the costume changes.
Oh
were
yeah.
so I know it's like so many people love them, but I did not.
I didn't like the one where they had all five of the Avengers or whatever. I didn't like those
Mm,
ones where they toured the states. I guess it was just like the two of them.
mm,
I can't remember what. She has like this tied back hair. I thought it just looked strange.
yeah,
Is that what you're
yeah,
talking about?
yeah. It's where like they had the smeared black makeup and like the certain things
Yeah,
coming out of their hair,
yeah. I
and
didn't
like
like that.
the outfits were now like gold and black rather than red and black, which I
Yeah.
was like, what? I mean, they're different now, but obviously it's just kind of like that. I'm used to this, and now it's doing a whole 180, and
Hmm.
I'm like, what is happening
Yeah.
again? But like,
Changing
I
everything
still
in there.
liked them. I still love them so much. Like they're my babies. They're my children. Like you said earlier, I grew up with them, and so obviously during COVID, those last like 3 years have gone by like that. I don't know what's happening anymore.
Yeah.
And then I don't remember exactly when it was the video of them like going up the stairway to heaven kind of thing.
Mm.
When did that come out? I need to remember when that came out. Baby metal was like that was oh god, what video was that even?
When okay, so yeah, that's when they walked up. That's probably they released that video after we had just discovered them. I believe it
Hmm.
was in 2021, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, it's just like around that time when that video came out,
Yeah.
I was like, okay, they're done. Like
Mm.
this is them. And actually, you know what? I rewatched that video recently and it just reminded me of something. At the end of the video, like when they're at the top of the stairs, they like shoot up into the sky and they're stars. They become
Mm.
stars, right? They're
Yeah.
legends. And instead of just Sue and Moa, there's three stars. That shit made me sob. Because I was
Oh,
like,
oh
she's up
no.
there with them. Like she's not dead, but like fuck.
Yeah.
That made me really emotional because
Yeah.
like
I
as
can see
somebody who
that.
went through it, right? Like with the three of them, and then she
Yeah.
was gone for so long, and then they did that. I'm like, mm-mm, mm-mm.
Did when
Oh,
you saw that, did you think maybe she's coming back? Or you thought it
yeah,
was
that was my
done?
hope. But also like I kind of just knew like it's not gonna happen. It's been years, but at the same time, I was like,
Please. Yeah. I'm telling you, she's coming back as a villain in the new metal verse. And they're gonna battle.
I would eat that up. I would pay all the money.
I mean, it was really cool when I saw the recent concerts or whatnot, the Makuhari Meseha one, where they
Hmm.
had the younger, I guess, baby metal or whatever. They were battling each other. That's what gave me the idea of that. I'm like, oh my god, that'd be so cool if they come out with villain bands. I'm still praying for it. I'm like, let's just blow this thing out of proportion. Let's just turn this into some like awesome manga or something and just like incorporate all of it. I don't know. I was like, it would be badass because you have music, you have really good music that goes with it, on top of
Yeah,
that.
exactly. And here's the thing about like what is it called? Chibi metal? Chiba metal? Something like that.
Yeah, that's what everyone's calling it. That's
So
right.
like the thing with that is I think I would be so much more into it if I had more context because we know barely anything about like what is happening. It's all like
Yeah.
what I've seen is most of it's like fan speculation of like what who they are, what they're doing, and all that. And I'm like, if the company came out with like an actual statement about what they're trying to do, I think I'd be more into it. Otherwise, I just don't really care about
Yeah.
that.
I've heard a couple of the songs and just doesn't do it for me. I just
Yeah.
doesn't do it for me. I like baby metal for the weirdness in the music that I get, and unexpected changes. And I really hope we get back to that on this next
Mhm.
album because their last album was really good and he had some unexpected changes, but I do miss those really complicated songs that they had, those really progressive ones.
Yeah.
Like, those Road to Resistance and what was the other one? I'm drawing blanks right now, but there's a lot of songs in their back catalog, like where they have like these progressive elements. There is some stuff in the new one, but I don't know. It'd be cool to hear. I don't know. I like the direction they're going. I don't know what I'm talking about. I do like the latest song that just
Mm.
came out, so I can't really complain. I got all the weird in that, so
That's fair.
yeah.
That's fair. I think
I
like
just went through a
this.
story arc in my head as I was talking right now. It's just like, wait, I just like arguing with my. So, I
That's
was,
okay.
I was instantly like, no, you're wrong. Yeah, you're right. ADD moment right there.
I feel that. The thing is with like the most recent album, Metal Kingdom, I don't know, it seems very how can I put this? Like like there's like heavy metal. I feel like
Mm-hmm.
this album is more on the light side.
Mm-hmm.
Like the music live is like it's obviously really heavy, but it's like the lyrics are more like and like the vocals are more like a pretty song rather than
Mm-hmm.
like a
Yeah, yeah.
you know what I mean? Like
Yeah, yeah.
it's and I like it. I love it. I do love Metal Kingdom. A lot of the songs in there are really nice. And then there's like Metari. Metari is like my kind of saving grace for baby metal right now. I'm like, okay, even though this album is like beautiful album with beautiful vocals, we get Metari and it's like, oh my god. Like it's so
Yeah.
cute. And that's kind of like what I like baby metal for is like more of their original sound, you know?
It is going towards the original sound and still has some maturity in it, I really like
Yeah.
the way that Sue sings now. I like how she sings in the
Mhm.
past, of course, but I do love that she has this mature voice now. As to be
Yeah,
expected, it's like really developed. And that's what you
for
got in Metal
sure.
Kingdom. You got the very like mature sounding Sue. Because some of these songs, I think it was 2020 concert where she redid some of the old ones. Like when she sings some of the older songs, they sound almost better to me now. Like when I hear them live,
Yeah.
it's interesting.
Especially during like live shows, you're gonna hear like that version of the older songs, and it's like you like re-record them and put them online.
That'd be
Like
cool.
please, like
Honestly,
because like on Spotify, all we have is like the original stuff, and then like live versions. It's like no, like go into a studio, re-record like
yeah.
Doki Morning, so
Well,
I can hear that.
some of these live versions though are studio quality, which is
Yeah.
well, I guess that makes sense because they do release some of this CDs and stuff like that.
They
So,
probably are re-recorded. They just haven't put them online. That's what
mm,
I'm like wondering.
that would be interesting if they did like some re-recordings or whatnot. I don't think they're going to though. I think
No.
they're. I mean, if I was them, I probably wouldn't either. It's like, hey, that's in the past, time to move on, kind of thing. Yeah, that's probably what we're gonna
Yeah.
get. So you had this all happen with Baby Metal. How did Moa end up being like your favorite out of the group?
I think it was probably just from like Sakura Gaku and just seeing the way she interacted with the other girls and the other members and like her and Yui together. I felt like I don't know. I don't want to say relate to her, but I felt like I saw like a little bit of me in her. She's very energetic, she's funny and like super cute and like she's very like what's the word? Like physically affectionate. Like she was always hugging people
Mm-hmm.
and like touching them and stuff like that. And I was like, that's just so cute. Like
Yeah.
I feel like that too sometimes.
Yeah.
So it's just like just the way that she was interacting with people. She was more extroverted
Mm.
than Yui and Sue. And like,
Yeah.
oh, I remember like the exact like video that made me like truly fall in love with her. It was on like a Japanese TV show. And they had
Mm-hmm.
a box where they put shit in it and they had to touch it
Oh,
without
I
seeing
remember
it.
that.
And she picked up the frog and was like holding the frog and like doing this with the frog. That video, that's the video where I was like, oh my God, this girl.
That was a funny
Because
video.
like Sue was fucking terrified. She's like screaming because of the frog, right? And but like Mo was just like, come look at it.
Look at the frog, and then she kept running from her, right? When she had the
Yeah.
frog.
So I think that was definitely the video where it's like, oh my God, this girl. What
And
the heck?
then you made a whole page about it right here. Oh,
No,
this is where I get
this
all my
page.
thumbnails. By the way, all my thumbnail pictures come from here. So,
So originally, this page, I had my own Baby Metal account. I don't remember the username because it was for a very short amount of time that I had it.
mhm.
Um, but let me double check. I'm pretty sure it was 2014.
I love these
Yeah,
pictures. If you guys are listening to this as a podcast, you got to come check out her Instagram page. It's called More Moa More.
that's me.
Huh?
That's me.
That's not you?
No,
Oh, which one's your page? I'm sorry. I had the
this
wrong
one.
one. That's embarrassing.
Moeda Kikuchi.
Ah, okay, okay. Well,
Ah, nom, nom,
there's
nom.
whose is this one? Why did I think
Oh
that one was
no.
yours?
Wait, more? I know who that is.
Oh, you do. Which one's yours?
Wait, this is the one you're talking about, right? With like, wait,
Yeah, well,
oh God, where are we?
now I'm like, oh, if
Yeah,
there's yours, well, that's super embarrassing.
yeah, whatever. I mean, like, there's a fucking million of them.
Yeah.
I do have more followers, though. I will say that.
So this is the right one, right? Now I got the right one. All right,
Yes,
well,
Moedaki.
check that one out too. It's cool too. This is Moa. How do you say the last part?
Moa.kikuchi.
And that's Kikuchi for those
Yeah,
listening.
it's her last name.
I
Kikuchi
don't
Moa.
think I ever knew her last name.
So okay, so there's Moa-Metal, Yui-Metal, and Tsu-Metal. So it's Kikuchi Moa, Mizuno Yui, and Suzuka Nakamoto.
Ah, okay.
But I don't know Momoko's full name. I just know Momoko.
Yeah, that's all I know. Yeah, I guess I only knew Seuss. I never thought about Moe's and Yui's for some
Yeah,
reason.
that's fair. But okay, I'll talk about this account then. The correct one, by
The
the way.
correct one. Oh my god, yeah. Ignore me.
You can cut that out. It's fine.
Hey.
I'm not super upset. It's whatever. Anyway, so okay, so Moa.kikuchi. Originally it was run by, I was telling you about like the Kick group chats with like those
Yeah.
people that were friends with Chantal and I. It was run by one of the guys in there. His name is Corey.
Hmm.
And like we're still friends with this person. But he was running it, and it was like during that time, I guess like fan accounts for Baby Metal weren't super popular, and so it was really easy to get the username Moa.kikuchi because
Oh,
now there's a million fucking Moa.kikuchis, and I think that's one of the reasons why this account got so big is
yeah.
because it's just her full name, like it's perfect, I guess.
Yeah.
And so when you search Moa Kikuchi, mine is the first one that comes up. So he was running it, and then he was like asking me to co-run it. Like, so we did it together for a while as well. I'd say like good half a year doing it
Uh-huh.
together. And then eventually he was like, I don't want to do this anymore. You can have it. And so it
Oh
became
wow.
mine full time. And yeah, it was started December 31st in 2014. So I was 13 years old.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and it was right before New Year's for 2015.
And there's
And so
awesome images on here too.
I try to get like good stuff, and actually like my most liked photo was actually really really recent. It was like the one of them at like a concert there. It's got like 21,000 likes, 21,980, which is the most likes I've ever gotten. Usually I only get a couple of thousand. So like when that blew up, I was like, whoa, okay.
That's
So that was
awesome.
pretty cool. So
Oh,
yeah,
this
when I went to Toronto, it'll be 2 months ago now, September. I had just hit 55,000, and I've already gained 2,000 since then. So
oh wow.
we're at 57,000 right now.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
56.9,
56.9.
but like close enough.
Go follow it. Go follow it. I mean,
Get me to 57.
I just followed right now. I don't know if it put you over the edge, but but
Possibly. I know I gain quite a few followers like every day. Like this is just within the last 5 hours. So I don't
wow.
know.
Well, great
Yeah.
job with it. I mean, it looks good. This it's just
Mhm.
so you were saying before we started podcast that you have some interesting comments by people about how to run this page, apparently.
Yeah. So I'm not a professional. I'm not like a social media person.
Hmm.
I just run my page the way I want to run it. I post the things I want to post, and there was a time where I had posted stuff about K-pop and like just stuff a little bit outside of Baby Metal just because I was like I have a lot of followers. I have this opinion on something. I want people to think about these kind of things. Like there was a singer who had like died
Oh
and I
wow.
posted about it, and people got mad at me for that. They were like, "Keep it just for Baby Metal." Like, okay. And then there's a ridiculous amount of people that think that like it's her real account. And so the amount of people that are like messaging me, I had to turn my DMs off.
Wow.
And then like if I said anything like my personal opinion, they'd be like, "You're ruining Moa's image." Because this is an account about her, and what you're saying goes against what she thinks. And I'm like, how the fuck do you know what she thinks?
Wow. How are you gonna take a
Like,
fan page so serious?
I know. And it was just like, I'm not Moa. I'm me. And if I want to say something the way I want to, I'm going to say it. It's my account. I don't care.
Yeah.
I mean, now I take it a little bit more seriously and I kind of am just like, okay, this is a baby metal account. I'm going to keep it for Moa. I
Yeah.
understand. But like, there's no reason for people to get like angry. Like, I think during 2020 was when the BLM movement was
Hmm.
happening. I had like posted something about that and people were calling me racist.
Wow.
because I was saying like BLM is more important than everybody else. Basically, they're like, don't shame Moa's name. This is racist. And then some people were like, obviously taking it to the extreme to say that like BLM is just people rioting and terrorizing and stuff like that. I'm like, this is not what is happening right now. And so I had to delete it because I was getting too many people just like fucking angry at me. And like
Whenever
I said, I closed my DMs because I was getting so many people being like, "Oh my God, Moa, I love you," and I was like, "Not Moa," and then they get angry at me. I'm like, what do you want?"
That's crazy.
Uh,
I mean,
yeah,
I can kind of see why people would think it is, but I mean, if it
I had to
was
put
Moa's
in the.
account, she
Mhm.
would have more personal pictures, I would say, not like because these are obviously from like concert stuff. By the way, I love this one of
Yeah,
her sleeping.
so cute, right? But no, like I also like posted on my story like every other day, like this is a fan account, this is not her personal Instagram. I had to put it in the bio of the Instagram just 'cause, but people still are stupid and they don't read. Um,
Mm,
And so like yeah, every other day I was like follow my actual personal account, and so I'd like tag myself and be like, hey, this is actually me. So, like, and so that was pretty annoying, but I mean like I don't know, it is what it is.
yeah, yeah, exactly. Well, that's cool. I love it. I love the
Yeah,
pictures that you put up on here too. That I see why that did
yeah.
well. There was
If you scroll like all the way to the very bottom, there's like baby pictures of Moa. That's my favorite because like she doesn't post any like old photos anymore because I guess like the company's really strict. So
yeah.
like you can't, and like selfies are not a thing anymore. There's like this whole like meme where selfies of Moa are always covered with an emoji. So she's like emoji, like that's kind of like a joke about
Oh,
Moa.
okay.
Yeah, and so like I it's kind of disappointing because I'm
The
like I'm not
new
gonna post a picture of her with an emoji on her face if it's not her face.
Yeah. I was gonna say
Mm.
this one picture you have pinned. I was like, oh, this kind of like a selfie, but not really. It's not really a selfie.
Is
Oh
it
yeah,
the two of them sitting
yeah. The one
together?
that's new. Oh, I just found the one where they had the weird outfits with the eyeshadow and all that stuff on
I
there.
did I did still post them, but I was like, "Ugh, I don't like
I don't know who thought this was a good idea. Yeah, I'll show you. I'll show you my screen. You can't see what I'm seeing, but yeah, I was like, I don't know who thought this was a good idea. Honestly, I really don't.
Yeah, that's exactly the ones I'm looking at right now. I
Yeah,
was
right
like,
here. This is the
like,
time that I
are
was
those
talking about
feathers in
too.
their hair? Like, what's in their hair?
I don't know.
I think it's feathers. I think it's feathers. But it was just very weird.
It is very weird. It's like
Yeah.
now that I'm looking at it even more. I love how she's smiling, sticking out her tongue though in this one picture.
I like
It
the ones where their hair was down. I thought that was a really cool concept.
yeah.
But yeah, I don't know.
So it's Moa Kikuchi. Is that how you say it?
More secrecy, yeah.
Yeah. And that's the profile guys that we're referring to. If you're listening, you can check it out over on Instagram. Help her get up to 57. 57.
We're
There we
almost
go.
there.
57K over there. That is awesome. Again, sorry about having the wrong page. That was embarrassing. I was like,
It
whoops.
happens. Like I'm not stressed
I don't
about
know.
it.
I'm gonna blame Kobe. I'm pretty sure he sent me that site. Okay.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because I was like, he's like, yeah, she runs this Moa account, and I'm pretty sure he's the one who gave me the link. So I think
Yeah,
he
you
has
can
the
blame
wrong
him.
one. I think he has the wrong one too. Just messing with you, Kobe. I don't know. I'm not gonna blame you. I'll take responsibility. My
That's
fault.
okay.
So,
Speaking of Kobe and like everyone in the Toronto show, I don't know if you remember, but we talked about one of the guys who was in that group like not listening to the album. Like when it came out, he listened to it once and then he didn't listen to it for like 6 months until the concert.
oh
Like
yeah,
I still think that I could never do that.
that's still crazy. Yeah. So somebody,
Yeah.
so Kobe was one of the people that met up with you guys, and then well, I thought was it Hawk Metal that didn't listen to?
No, it was Jazz. We didn't. He
Okay.
wasn't there during the.
Oh, all right. That's
Yeah.
right. And that yeah, that's
Yeah.
wild. Just not to listen to them, just listen to them live for the first time. I mean,
All right. Like, cause I listened to them every single day trying to learn all the lyrics so that I could sing along during the concert. Cause
I
like I would hate not to know anything, right?
yeah, for me, it's definitely more fun to know the songs for sure. It just makes it more engaging, more fun. It would still be fun,
Mm.
but for example, I went and saw Sim, and it was an amazing show. But I was like, damn, I wish I knew more songs. I only knew like a few of them, and I'm like, They're coming back though. Luckily, they're coming back for a whole tour. So I really enjoy that band.
Yeah.
They're a good one. All right, so you have the Moa fan page, which was like started with two other people, then you took over. So where are you now in like the whole journey of baby metal?
So when they had announced that their tour was happening at the beginning of this year, when they announced that they were coming to Toronto and Vancouver. Instead, I didn't go to the Vancouver show. I should have. But like immediately as they had posted that they were coming to Toronto, I bought my ticket and then I bought my plane ticket because I
Mm.
was like, this might be my only opportunity. I don't think it will be. I think they've started a completely new era. And obviously they've just added Momo, so there's no way that they're gonna break up unless something really bad happens,
And
which
they're adding
I
more
hope not.
dates for 2024 already. So
Really?
well, because
Like
we
in where? In Europe? Because they're
I
starting their
can't
Europe
remember.
tour right
Yeah,
now, right?
they're in Europe right now, right?
Yeah.
And as of this recording, which is I don't know what is today's date? Middle of November.
The 15th,
The
15th.
15th, as of November 15th.
Exactly the middle.
But they have the January show already scheduled in Japan. And I have to look it up. I'll look it up while you're talking
Oh
about
yeah,
this.
because
But
they're doing the thing in March, which is in Japan as
yep.
well. The thing is, I'm in Japan in February. And I
You gotta
just
stay
like
you gotta
shit,
stay
I might
till
not be able to
March
see
now.
you.
You gotta stay till March now.
No, the only reason I can go is because like reading breaks for classes.
Oh,
And
okay.
it's sucky, but yeah.
I would love to go, and I really want to. That I guess would be my next goal is to get to see them in Japan, but I have a feeling that's never gonna
Oh,
happen.
that's
Uh,
possible. Never say
yeah,
never.
yeah. I've said never say never to a lot. Yeah, I shouldn't even say that because there's a lot of other things I didn't think would happen that happened, and that I'm just shocked about. So, this is very true,
Yeah.
very true. It could happen possibly, but it's
Yeah.
it'd be interesting to get out there.
Yeah, I hope like because I'm planning to move there, but I'm planning to move to Hokkaido, which is like really far from Tokyo. And most like big groups they'll play in like Osaka and Tokyo, and that's like maybe it.
Mm,
So I mean, if I am living in Japan at the time, I would gladly take a plane down to Tokyo and go see them again. Oh yeah, there's
yeah.
also I was in Japan last month in October, and I went to the Fox God bar in Shinjuku.
Hmm.
So there's a baby metal themed bar
That's
in
awesome.
Japan.
That is
I
so
didn't know
cool.
about it. I think I like Googled like where to buy fan merch and stuff like that, and it was in like the list of like places to go, and I was like, this is real. This exists. I had no idea. And so I went there, and the owner's lovely. Like all the people in there were like super lovely. They put on monochrome. And everyone was like doing this with their phones inside the bar with the
That
lights. Oh, it's so cute. Oh,
is
everyone was
awesome.
just so sweet there. Yeah, so that was really, really cool as well. And it's sad because, like I said, I want to move to Hokkaido. It's so far from Tokyo, but like the next time I'm there, I want to go so badly again because it was
Well,
just so
isn't the
nice.
train system pretty good about like traveling, or would you take a train that far
Oh,
away?
it's great, but Hokkaido's an island that you have to fly.
Oh, it's the island. Okay.
Yeah, it's like the really big one on the top. It's like
Oh, okay.
Japan's super long. It's like the huge one on
What
the
made you
top. So
decide to
like
go there?
so my current boyfriend lives in Hokkaido.
Ah, that makes sense.
So otherwise, I would still live in Japan. I would probably live in Chiba, which is a bit more south,
Yeah.
but because he's in Hokkaido, and I've been to Hokkaido twice now, I was like, I really like it here, so I can see myself living
Mm.
there with him until he graduates.
Are you gonna like work out there or?
Yeah, I hope to do a working holiday just for the first year, just
Mm.
because my graduation's been really funny, and I'm not even sure if I'm going to be able to this year, which is really annoying.
Oh
So,
wow.
getting a work visa is really hard. Because a lot of the time you need like sponsorship from a job before you even go into the country.
Oh, okay.
So because I don't have my degree yet, I can't do that. 99% of jobs want you to have a degree. So
Hmm.
I'm just gonna do a working holiday instead. So basically, I don't need any kind of job offer. I can just go and get a job while I'm there. Probably just a part-time thing. And so I'm gonna do that for the first year, and then after that, I'm gonna try and get a working visa and live there forever, maybe.
Awesome. Yeah, so I was looking up the dates here. Yeah, we got March 2nd, 2024 is the Legend MM,
Yeah.
and that's at the Yokohama Arena. That's the one I want to go to.
So
And
Joe, I know Kobe's going, so, and Lucy, I'm
I don't
pretty
know
sure.
how they are getting the money to do that or how they're getting the tickets, honestly. I have no
Yeah,
clue.
that's another thing. I'm like, how do I feel like those would be sold out immediately, no? Like,
Yeah, people have their ways,
oh
and
yeah.
I that'd be like one of the one of the final goals of doing that. And that's one of those things like who knows if they're gonna do another one of these? You know, obviously, probably if they
Yeah.
stay together, right? But I don't trust any bands anymore. Like I don't know. Um, but
That's
yeah,
fair. I guess one more interesting thing is like if you remember when we were talking about Hawk Metal, you could see the background, like his collection of stuff
mm,
and how he had so much stuff.
yeah.
Because of that, literally from that interview, I have now become addicted to auction buying baby metal merch online.
Oh wow.
So like before, I had like my two Funko Pops, like three CDs, and a fox mask. That's it. And now I have like a whole outfit. I've got like two more CDs. I know I've got like three more albums. I've got like a magazine. I got a bunch of stuff.
Now you got to
So
decorate the wall. You got to get the wall decorated and stuff.
yeah, oh yeah, I got, here, wait, can I show you some of it?
Yeah, of
I
course.
have it all here. So I was like, okay, I want to do this and like show off all my stuff because I'm very proud of myself. And also, Hawk Metal sent me a bunch of his stuff that he had like doubles of, like not too long ago, like a week ago. I like received a bunch of stuff from him, so that was really cool. So okay, obviously there's this one from the concert, which
Oh,
has
heck
like
yeah.
baby metal on the sleeves, which is covered in cat hair. This one is so cool, but it doesn't have the tour dates on the back, and I was really disappointed by that. It's just like a plain back.
Yeah.
That sucks. But
That's
I
awesome
have
sweater.
I have this one as well, which is like my favorite one.
That's the one I
The
was
des-
wearing yesterday,
yeah,
actually.
the design on like the intricacy of the design of this one is just like insane. I love it so much. And then it has the tour dates, which I really like. So there's that one. And then I got this a Hot Topic. Like this was my first baby metal shirt that I got
Yeah,
at Hot Topic a very long time
I had gotten one that with a fox on it, and it was like got it for $10. It was
ago. Yeah, right?
ridiculous.
The Hot Topic was the go because that's where I also got my Funko Pops, which I'm sad like they stopped selling baby metal stuff. It was for a very short amount of time
Hmm.
as well, for sure.
Yeah, they started
Because
putting everything
actually,
on clearance and giving away for super cheap.
yeah. It sucks because I only have the two. I only have Moa and Sue, which is kind of like, was I telling the future in saying that Yui wasn't going to be?
Oh, so you
Because I
predicted
only
it the
bought
whole
the
time.
two. I predicted it. But no, it sucks because like online right now, like individually, they're like $70 each. So I guess I'm kind of lucky that
They're
I have these.
70 each?
Yeah, something like depending on like on eBay, it's really expensive. Like the cheapest I've seen is 40, but then it's like $20 shipping. Like, okay.
Ah, gotcha.
Yeah. I also I heard that this shirt was like not rare, but like I haven't seen it.
I've never seen that one.
Yeah, and it's
Wow.
like if you what is it? It's from Osaka. What year was this? It has Bring Me the Horizon on the back as well. So it was during their concert in Japan, I guess.
Oh, that's really cool. That's definitely an
Yeah.
older shirt. They definitely improved it.
Yeah.
It has to be an older one because they definitely improved the designs way more.
Yeah, and I think yeah, there's that. But I think also what was I gonna say? Like online, I've seen it go for pretty expensive as well, because usually the shirts aren't too bad unless they're like really rare.
Hmm.
So it must be kind of rare. And then this one as well, I like, this is a big box festival one, which I didn't really know about very much. But the back like design of this is big. No, I think this writing's really cool.
Oh, okay. That's cool. That's different.
Yeah,
That's really
yeah. So
different.
I really like this one as well. So these two are from James. I'm very grateful for that. I have one more, but it's in the laundry right now. It's kind of like a anime style one with the three girls and then Mount Fuji in the back. It's kind of like pixelated.
Oh, that's
Really
cool.
cute. Yeah. So I wish I had that one, but it's dirty right now because I wore it. Um, then I bought a bunch of like towels, which I was in Akihabara recently, like in Japan, and I just went there because I heard that they have some stuff. And I bought a towel, but I didn't realize it was like a hooded towel.
Oh
So it's
yeah,
like,
that's the one I
yeah,
have. That's
it's really cool. I didn't know. So when I bought it, I was like, oh, it's just a towel. And then I like took it home and I was like, oh, it does
yeah,
this.
it does all that. Yeah, this that's what this is in the back of here. Same one.
Oh, nice. And it's kind of cool because like it wasn't super
It's like
expensive.
a
I think it was only like in Japan it's always cheaper. I think mine was like
there.
$10, honestly.
It's like it's like the boxers. It reminds me of
Imagine.
the boxers thing or whatever because it has like this button right here.
Yeah, right?
Just go into
Can
concerts
do
like
the
this.
button.
There we go.
That's
Shout out to
very
Mikoto
cute.
for sending this to me. He sent it to me from Hawaii, so that's how I got this. Yeah,
Oh, that's nice.
I
And
don't
like I
know.
said, I like what?
I don't know where that comes from. Like if it was something still out of Japan or something else.
This one?
Yeah.
I have. I'm pretty sure it's from Japan 'cause I have the packaging and
Oh
it's
wow.
all in Japanese.
Oh okay.
Yeah, so I'm pretty sure this one is.
Yeah, because he sent us that and a maximum hormone one somewhere.
It's pretty cool. And then like I said, I was just buying these palettes and they had the wrapping on them still, so I didn't know what they looked like.
Mm-hmm.
But I was just buying them because it was like, yeah, baby men. And so I have this one as well, which is from
Oh
the
nice.
Tokyo, what is it? Tokyo Dome.
How much was that one?
They were all relatively cheap, like under $10, honestly, like
Wow.
11, $10, which is like I thought they'd be more expensive as well, because like these are not just like printed ones that like we can get for any occasion. These are like for specific concerts, right? So I was like, oh, okay. And then this one, I was really confused when I first opened this one. I was like, what is this? I don't know what this is. It's a Brutal Fox
Oh
cowl.
yes, yes.
But I was holding it this way, and I was like, what is this? I was so confused. But where's the top? Yeah, I think this is the top.
We
So
um
like
we had
the big
given
Brutal Fox.
when we were first discovering Baby Metal and we were live on Twitch all the time doing the concerts,
Yeah.
we were giving away Baby Metal merch and we gave away that. It looked like that, but it was on a sweater, a knitted Christmas sweater. Yeah,
Wait, that's so cute.
I wish I
Yeah,
got
I have
another
that
one.
one. There was so much more stuff that was in that store, but it was mostly just like small things like the towels, and there was a few albums. But at that time, I didn't have all the money in the world to spend, so I spent about good 200. Um, and then this is from when I first started listening,
How'd you
and
get
it's
that?
so oh God, I don't even remember. I think it because like these are pretty common just in Asia, right? Like it's not specifically baby
Yeah,
metal. But it's so discolored. Like it's slightly
yeah,
yellow on there, and it's like cracked to shit on the corner. But
yeah,
I just remember I don't exactly remember where I got it, but I just remember having it and then never getting rid of it. And I'm really glad that I didn't get rid of it because it's now
yeah.
vintage.
That's crazy.
That's cool. I have a few more things. I bought this one when I was in Japan.
Is that a magazine or?
Yeah, actually, there was two. I don't know if you like Hanabiye, but they had
Yes.
posted a photo of them holding like the Hammer magazine that had Baby Metal on it, and now
Yeah.
that's apparently worth like so much money. So when I went to the store and I bought this one, that other one was also there. The Hammer magazine was there, and I didn't buy it because I was like, "Oh, these look basically the same." So I bought this one instead. Now I feel like an idiot.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, Hanabi and then
Yeah,
Bay Metal on both
yeah.
sides.
And then it came with a little postcard because I think I spent a good amount of money in that store as well. So I got a little postcard to go with it. So that's nice. And obviously, like, there's pictures of like baby metal inside, but it's only like half the book, and then the rest of it's just like other artists. So I'm like, I don't care about that. And then this is my pride and joy. Oh,
Oh wow.
I love it so much. It's the Moa version of Metal Galaxy. This is not the record; it's just the CD.
Mm-hmm.
Because there is a record as well, but I just got this because I was like, oh my god, I need it. I
So that
need it. Anything Moa themed, I need it.
so that just has the CD in it, right?
It has yeah two CDs. Let me double check. Yeah, okay. So there's this one,
Oh wow.
and
Oh
then
yeah.
on the other side there's this one as well. And there's a book in the middle, but it's just a lyric book. There's like no pictures or anything on it.
Okay.
It's just lyrics, yeah. Which is
Nice.
sad because it's so huge. Like I would rather it be like pictures of the girl. That would have been cool.
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah. And then I'm gonna take this off because I'm like choking myself. I have this, which is like a limited edition, although it's not a super rare one. There's actually quite a few of these online. It's not too expensive. I think I bought it for about $40.
Mm.
It's this one.
Oh,
This is
nice.
like really gorgeous.
Heck yeah. Yeah, I've
Yeah,
seen some of these posted in the Discord too.
yeah,
Sigam that's he always gets like everything Baby Metal. He has a crazy,
yeah.
crazy collection also.
And I didn't know that it did this.
Oh
So
wow.
that's really cool. Yeah, I really like that about it.
That's pretty cool.
It looks very demonic. Like if you
It does.
like that's something you like somebody does a ritual and like that kind of thing. So yeah, it's very, very cute. I like that a lot. And then also I have the things that James sent me. And some of them are so cool. Like I had no idea that he was gonna send me anything. I thought it was just he was like, I'll send you a shirt, and then I got a bunch of shit. But also first I bought these at that same Akihabara store. They're like the wristbands. They
Mm-hmm.
were $5 each. Online, these are like 140, which is just insane to me. So
That's
I guess I'm
crazy.
lucky. I know. I guess I'm lucky for that. Like
Yeah.
they're from 2015,
Mm.
so pretty old. Got this.
Oh, that's really cool.
So this is. I didn't know what this was at first. I knew what this was. It's
Mm-hmm.
like their little like pendulum necklace thing. I was like, what the hell is this? And it's from one of their concerts. They gave like what was it, three sacred items, and it's also supposed to come with like a cloak. But he sent me these, so I was very, very excited about that. And then obviously I have my albums. So this is the first one I bought,
Mm-hmm.
which is the Megitsune and Akatsuki no, like air vocal and regular album. Only two songs, which I thought was the weirdest thing. Why
It's
would you
like the
make an entire album
singles.
for two songs? Yeah. And then this is the Headbanger album that I have as well. And then I bought that one recently, actually, because you couldn't really buy Baby Metal stuff back then. Their self-titled album, which is my baby. I love it so much.
Heck yeah.
And then oh, this one's so sad because like I have Baby Metal resistance, but it has a crack in it, and I don't know how that happened. Hmm.
Well,
But I could always
luckily that you could just replace the top part.
yeah,
That's what I used to
I
do.
could just transfer it through anyone. And then I bought these two when I was in Japan. The 10-year, what is it? Budokan, 10-year
Mm-hmm.
Budokan album, which was not too expensive either. Although I don't have my DVD player with me. It's at my parents' house, so I haven't been able to listen to these. And then the other one.
Oh wow,
So
nice.
yeah. So yeah, those are my albums. Other than like the Massive Metal Galaxy one. Wait, I have one more. Where is it? Oh, I have the regular Metal Galaxy one as well. And then James sent me these, which are like the little keychains of the five masks.
Oh, nice.
I heard these were like kind of rare, but I don't think so. I've seen them a lot. So there's that. And then I like to start off my like buying addiction because I didn't know where to buy stuff. I just got this on eBay. It's like a little patch of their first album.
Oh, really? Oh, that's cool. So that's what the
Yeah,
first album.
yeah. Oh, here's the thing with their first album. So it was also their single for Doki Doki Morning. That's going for like $150 online. It's expensive. Like I tried so hard to find one that was like not a ridiculous amount of money, but no, it's really expensive, sadly. And
Wow.
then James also he also sent me this very, very cute. It's like I think it's a fridge magnet. It's like the two of them on their throne.
Oh
And
yeah.
it's kind of 3D. Like the background is like actually at the back of the magnet, and then these two are in the foreground. So that's really cool as well. But I'm gonna save it for when I move out because I'm moving out. And I'll put it on my new fridge.
Hell yeah.
And then I guess this is like kind of the last of it. He sent me like these. photo things. I have no idea where these are from or like how you can even buy these, like kind of because they're really
Um,
good
they
quality.
come in this box set thing. So a buddy of mine, when I went to
Mm.
Nebraska, he has it, and it's a bunch of photos like that. Like it's a whole bunch of them. But
I'm so jealous.
it comes in like a big case though. Like there's like a big
Really?
case, yeah, and it's a
Okay,
whole
I'm gonna
bunch of
have
those
to find that
photos.
online.
Yeah, I can't
Because
remember.
these,
It's the anniversary thing or something like that. I can't remember what it was, but he had some.
yeah, these are so pretty, and they're like really good quality. And
Yeah.
so there's that. And then I guess like the last thing is like this kind of like fan made stuff that Chantal showed off in the last podcast with the baby clock stores this month.
Oh yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah, these are really cool. And then I got these from like the Box Dog bar. 'Cause they gave us some like
Hmm.
wait, you can't really see it. It's really cute. It's like
Yeah,
them
that's
on the
cool.
stage. Oh, so cute, adorable. That's all my stuff so far. Well, there's one more thing, but I will show it later because I have to clean up to get it. That's like
Awesome.
everything basically. Oh, just now I'm addicted. And actually, I was supposed to get the Kiba of Akiba album today, but I slept through them calling me to say that it was delivered, so they're gonna bring it tomorrow.
Oh, so they have to re-deliver it or whatnot.
Yeah, I did. I got a phone call from like a different province. It was like, this is from Saskatchewan, and I looked at it, and it was like 10 a.m. and I was like, no, and I went back to sleep.
Oh no. Oh no.
I had no idea. I didn't know, like, because it doesn't say like this is a delivery person's number or whatever. So
Yeah.
yeah, I guess I'll watch out for that. I didn't expect it to be delivered today anyway, so that's probably why I just didn't really care.
Yeah, I hate when that happens when they do that.
These are so cool.
That is really cool.
I do love these a lot. That's here. Actually, wait. I will show you my last thing now, just before I forget, because I got it 2 days ago, and it's my favorite thing. Just wait. So, it's this like sweater and pants set of like the Baby Metal Brutal logo.
Oh
So
yeah.
they had this outfit. Like the girls actually had these sweaters back in like 2015, 2016. And I saw it online and I was like, I need that. And so now I have it and it's huge and it's comfy and it's great. And the hood is absolutely massive. Like
Oh, it's pretty cool.
it's huge.
I've never seen that one either. Wow.
So I really, really like this one. I want to wear it, but I don't want to wear it because I don't want to get it dirty.
Yeah, I'd be wearing it all the time. It'd be my only jacket since I don't own. It's hard not to wear
So
this stuff. Like, I don't know. I just wear it anyways. But okay then.
yeah.
Um, well, Becca, thanks so much for doing this. We definitely got to do it again sometime. Is there anything
Yeah.
last words you want to say before we end it off?
I'm just like really grateful to be a part of this fandom and
Hmm.
like group. Oh yeah, I was gonna mention something about the song Believing.
Yeah, go for it.
So that song is like my current favorite song. Um, just because the lyrics, even if they were in Japanese, I don't think it would change the meaning of the song to me. The lyrics are in English, and the chorus of the lyrics are the seasons change, you are not the same. The seasons change, we are not the same.
Hmm.
Like, don't look back, don't let go, like stuff like that. And knowing everything that they've been through and being with them basically the entire time,
Hmm.
that song kind of made me feel guilty for being so judgmental about how much they changed when I was
Ah,
younger.
yeah,
And it kind of made me go like, oh my God, you're right. We aren't the same, but we're still here together. And so
yeah.
that song really became like my favorite from those lyrics. And me just kind of realizing it's like, I'm not the same person I was 10 years ago.
Hmm.
And you guys aren't either, but we're still here. And that's so important. So I don't know. I'm just grateful to still be here after all this time. This is probably the longest hobby I've ever had, other than like singing. But
Yeah.
yeah,
That's
so.
really awesome that you found that meaning in that song. You know, that and that's really
Mhm.
cool. Maybe that could be a really good message for any of those older fans out there that hopefully they hear that
Mhm.
what you just said. Maybe they'll reconsider maybe listening to the new stuff, because I know there is some fans that just were like, and just
They
stopped.
fell
You
off,
know?
right? It is
Yeah.
what it is.
So awesome. Thank you so much again. Looking forward to do this again, guys.
Thank you.
If you are listening to this on Spotify, come over to YouTube, like the video, and subscribe if you haven't already. And all right,
Thank
bye
you so
guys.
much. Bye
See you.
bye.